every run in Georgetown with this piece of junk. And honestly, guys, I think that this thing has earned its right to a proper burial. But if you guys know me, I'm not one to let a car die before its time. This thing got 4th at Mini Meltdown. It got 2nd in Georgetown. And there's one more show that this thing can run at. I don't think it can pull out first place, but it would be really cool if it did. So, I'm thinking about running this again. Now, there's some problems to that. One, passenger side wheel is hitting the firewall. So we're going to have to fix that. So that's problem one. Problem two, the shifter cable really kind of messed up in it, so I do have to fix that shifter cable. We're going to change it out for another one. I actually bought a new one at Mini Meltdown this year because I had a feeling that these cables were starting to give up the ghost. And then the last problem is we need to fix that back tire. Now let's go take a look at that back tire. So this back tire had a very bad day. Now with how bent the body is, I don't think we're going to be able to put a new strut into this thing, and the spindle snapped. So I honestly think the first step is to get the tire off and see what damage has been done, because there's damage, and now we got to fix it. Again, guys, the only thing that kept this tire on was my seat belts, and I don't know if it really helped me or hurt me. I think it honestly hurt me because I was like dragging it around, but it probably helped until the point where the spindle was completely shattered, the strut broke in two, and the wheel bearing got seized. So I think it probably did help until close to the end. But let's get this thing up, and we'll see how bad this wheel is. My guess is it's going to be bad. So we have this monstrosity. This is hideous. And I pretty much just followed the rule of if it's on the floor and you can grab it, weld it. So I'm going to explain this to you. I have a 1/2 inch long, 4-inch piece of metal jammed in there. I got 2 washers. I got 4 nuts. I got the backing plate. I have the original Camry tie downs from the front of this car that are still sitting on the ground from when I built it back in May. And then a whole bunch of weld. And then I've just a random pipe that's hot. And then this piece of steel was just on the ground. So this thing here is legitimately, if it's on the ground, pick it up, weld it to it. Let's see what this looks like. I don't think this is going to be strong, but I think it's going to turn, so let's take a look. Can you guys just admire the MacGyvery, and just blatant disregard of how this should be done, and just admire this? This right here is the factory tie-down plate. It's welded to this arm, to this tubing that goes inside of a spring that doesn't do anything. I should actually just cut this spring out, to be honest, because I think the spring is going to hit the tire. I don't know. I'm probably just going to leave it. At least the welds look not completely horrible, but it's on there. Let's see if the tire bolts on. So we got this tire on here. And it turns, but the reason why we can't run this one is because of the back space. See how this rim sets in? Ooh, that's rubbing hard too. We gotta cut all that away, jeez. But yeah, we had to run this tire. Puts us really close to the ground, but it rolls. Let's go take a look at the front. We're gonna have to cut this away too, because that's right on the rim. It's actually took all the belts off the side of the tire. Up here, I've already started, but the Sawzall battery died. We are going to be cutting into the interior of the car just to give this tire a little bit more space. So we got it started. I'm just going to remove this tire and then we're going to finish cutting this. So we got quite a bit more work to do here with the Sawzall, and let's see what this thing's going to look like here in a bit. Well, with the back tire done on this and it's spinning freely, as shitty as that is, it's probably going to fall apart very quickly. We got the steel cut away from this tire. God damn, that wheel bearing can do 100 down the highway. And then we kind of went a little extreme up here. I really like these tires. There's some big chunks being taken out of them. So we kind of cut the entire firewall out of this thing. And yeah, so now we can see the battery. So I imagine the amount of dirt coming inside this car is going to be quite incredible next Derby. But what we got to do now is we got to drive it out and we got to try to bend the front of this thing down. So what we're going to do is we're going to drive it in, angle it right towards that tie down, hook to the bumper, and see if we can try to bend this car a little bit straighter. Just like we did that, what do you call that? Dodge Dakota. So let's see if we can do this. I find this crazy. I did this to my Dodge Dakota, and just the weight of the Dakota itself brought the car down, but with the Camry, it's not doing that. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to come in and maybe hook a chain to the Camry and try pulling it down. So let's try doing that.
Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yo, I got a lot of shit to say, so I'ma do this every day. I'll be writing things until I'm fucking buried in my grave. 6 feet deep, wonder but my body won't decay. Cause my messages are timeless, so they'll put them on display. Oh yeah, I rap with a certainty, I have a sense of urgency. A message for eternity, for everyone internally. I had some people burning me, but now they fucking learn to see I ain't the one to fuck with. Now they looking nervously, and I don't really care what you think of me respectfully. You can kick rocks if you think you're fucking better, see. I will outwork you, turn you to an enemy. Hurt you so bad that you're gonna need some therapy. I got the motherfucking recipe. I've been cooking up hits, I'ma leave a legacy. You'll be looking small when you're standing right next to me. I'm 5'10", bitch, but I'm 10 feet next to me. I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Cause I don't give a fuck what you say. Yeah, I'ma do shit my way. So you can go kick rocks, I'ma stack bricks up, build what I want to make. Yeah, I'ma do it my way.
I think I bent it a little bit too far. Oh my goodness. Well, I got this strut tower off of the brake booster, which is nice, but I've completely ripped the strut tower completely away from the car. Well, this here was touching right there, and now there's... I think I may have bent it a little bit too far. Let's get this thing pulled away. I may have just wrecked this car. Maybe? Oh my goodness. What have I done? Let's get this thing pulled away. I'll get pulled away. Oh my god. Well guys, I think I just completely wrecked this car. How? I broke every single seam weld by pulling it down too hard. Yeah. The other thing is now the steering is pretty much pulled out. The entire frame is broke away. I think I bent it down just a little bit too much. This side here, everything's broken. Ooh, that was hot. I just put it right on the header. This side here, everything's broken away. I think I've done too much. But on that note, I got ground clearance. Let's take a look. Yep, I got some ground clearance on this thing. Front end's pretty low right now. I think within 2 or 3 hits, the front end's gonna be coming right back up because of how damaged I did the frame. But let this be a note to you guys. You can bend the car down too much. I'm happy this car is near the end of its life and not at the beginning of its life when I did this, because I would have been pretty upset if it did this when this car was... Like, if I had done this before Georgetown, I would have been a lot more upset than now, because this is just going to Bolton, and I really don't care about Bolton. I do care about Bolton. I just think it's more of like a fun show. I don't think it's a show that I really care to go to win. I think it's more of one I go there to hang out with my friends, see people that I haven't seen in a couple months, and basically just hang out with everybody. And the crowd there is amazing, and the announcer kind of sucks, but he's not bad. He's a great guy, just doesn't announce very well. And I think Bolton is a great atmosphere. But I kind of bring junk to Bolton every year, and I'm not going to change that this year. We're bringing this junk. Just going to weld that right there, and then this junk's ready for Bolton now. So, we went a little too far, but that's okay. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you back here later on Zach's Workshop.